Um, my first negotiation with NHS, they
NH.
sell skateboards.
Uh-huh. It's PJ Lads brand, right?
No,
No?
I don't know who's the owner, but it's not PJ.
Oh.
It's independent, Santa Cruz, Creator.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. But um, that company was our first one, so we had to write them an email, everything. We called them, and was a little difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, the negotiation, I guess it was in English, right?
Yes, exactly.
And but your level of English was
Lower. Yeah.
lower. Oh wow. I guess you were nervous.
Yes. It's kind of like could understand like almost everything, but I can't say like I don't know express.
Uh-huh. Like communicate your idea or your
Yeah,
feelings or
exactly.
uh-huh. Okay, okay. Yeah, because it's very different. Like when you just want to
You want to talk like kind of a little uh, polite or something like that. Kind of, yeah. But people, American people, is more like kind of directly what you need. But I
Okay.
didn't know that it's kind of in Ecuador. You have like you go around and you say what you need.
Yeah.
And American people used to go directly what you need.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's no turning around. How are you? How's your life? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's a great lesson you just learned there. And it's some interesting thing you just told me because I've never done business with American people. So it will be interesting. It's interesting to know that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They when they send kind of one mail, they just say like, "I hope everything is going well," and that's it. And then the point. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kind regards, dear Andres Mosquera.
No.
No, just like a WhatsApp message.
Yeah.
Oh,
Direct.
wow,
And it's
that's
not just one company. Now we have like six, seven, or 10 companies, and they are like kind of that directly.
oh, okay. Oh, wow.
It's kind of some of them is hi Andre, hi Broken Bones. I check your email. I'm gonna have your order ready in 1 week. Okay, thanks. That's it.
Oh, oh, wow. But the signature goes in the lower part always, right?
Like what?
The signature, like Andres Mosquera, CEO of Broken Bones, and the picture and that, or no,
No, no.
no, just oh,
Thanks. That's it. Thanks. Yeah.
wow. I didn't know that. I really thought it was a little bit more formal.
I don't know if it's skateboarding companies or because usually skaters are like kind of formal, friendly, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Probably.
they have departments, kind of. I think some people from a lot of departments they are not like skaters. They are like a common person
Uh huh.
because they need like kind of someone who is checking mail, someone who makes the accounts, someone who is uploading images, designing. So it's a lot of people like that. It's not a skater, I think so.
Okay, so there are a lot of
They,
people,
they are.
non skaters.
They are.
Uh-huh. There are
People is or people are?
people.
Is or people are?
People is a countable or an uncountable noun? Can you count people?
No.
How many people do you see? How many people do
One,
you see?
five.
So countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Countable. So people.
People. I don't know. People are five.
Yeah, there are five people. So people are.
Yeah, because I was talking with my brothers, and I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say them today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And one told me people are, and another say people is. Both was like, huh?
Debating. Yeah. The next time you you are in that situation, you have to say, how many people are there? How many people do you see? Two, three, four. If you can count, it's R. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a debatable thing, but not like it's not debatable for those who see it like from the grammar side, but if you just speak the language, you're
And
like,
how about it's a lot of people,
yeah,
and you
exactly,
can't count. And you say
yeah.
there is a lot of people, or no, because it's a lot, you can't count.
Okay, so now that's another thing because you're not actually. That's where the thing goes very, very tricky. Because I would say, for example, I would say there is just too there's just too much people. There's there is a lot of people. Yeah, because when there are too many, because I'm not like when I'm speaking, I'm not expressing the people as for one, but the mass of the. I'm talking about the mass, not the persons, but the
Yeah.
mass. So yes, when you're already speaking and like saying it, very commonly you will say things like that. There is a lot of people, but if you follow the rules, people is a countable noun, so you should
But the
use
right
are.
structure is there are a lot of people.
There are a lot of people. There are just too many people. Many. You don't
It's
say too
correct.
much people.
My
Yeah.
brother told me. My brother told me because it's one group.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you is that it? If you feel the word like a thing, like a mass, like material, like iron or sand, you will instinctively say is. And I had the same problem, when I studied countable and uncountable nouns the
Oh,
first
and
time.
I remember the example. I saw like a lot of people skating. It's not too much, like 10 skaters.
Uh-huh.
And I said, there are a lot of people. And they said, there is.
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, no, no. I say, there is a lot of people. And my brother told me, there are a lot of people.
And your other
And
brother.
another one said me, there is a lot of people.
It is debatable. It is debatable, but it's legally it's, well, basically how you feel it. So I was saying, when I came to Ecuador, and I was studying Spanish, and I had to study English also in school. I had the debate with my teacher. I was like, but no, it's like it doesn't make sense. There are a lot of people if I'm in a stadium or something. It's like I feel I want to say there is a lot of people, and saying there are a lot of people, I don't. I feel there's something wrong there. But um, legally, or seeing it from the grammar side of how English works and many languages, if it's countable, it's are. So the correct way to say it will be there are a lot of people.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So that's the rule. And even though sometimes things kind of sound weird because of how you feel it when you mention it, you will be like, like homeworks, you know, like it's very difficult for us to express we have dos deberes. We have to say we have two things to do as for homework, or we have two tasks, but we cannot say two homeworks. But even though we want to say we have two homeworks.
Yeah,
Yeah, the same thing happens with people, and the same thing happens with stars. So there is a lot of stars, or there are a lot of stars?
there is,
There is. Why?
because I don't know how many stairs,
You don't know how many stars there are?
you know.
No? You don't know how many stars there are. That's correct. But can you count? Can you make the action of counting?
No,
No? Are
no,
you sure?
because yeah,
Let me just show you something. You know what the Orion's belt is?
I think so.
Yeah. How many
Yeah,
stars? How many stars does the Orion of the
how
Orion's
many
belt?
stairs is there? Are there? I don't know. Is there?
Is there how many stars does the Orion belt have?
How many stairs does the Ariane bird has?
How many? This is the Orion belt. How many stars does it have?
Three, but you see around there, there is
There
a lot.
are much.
There.
Yeah, there are a lot. There are a lot. But you
But can you count?
can you count them all? No, I cannot count them all, but I can make the action of counting. I can start like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, there are too many. But I can count. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Let's take an uncountable noun. For example, sand. I'm gonna open the
So
two.
there is sugar.
Okay, let's take. I'm gonna take sand. So here is what I mean by counting or not counting. Even though there are so many stars, I can do this. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, 6 stars. I can do the action of count. I cannot count them all, but I can do the action of counting. On the other hand, sand. Can I say 1 sun, 2 suns, 3 suns, 4 suns?
No.
What do you say? 1 grain of sand, 2 grains of sand, 3 grains of sand. So
Okay.
you can count grains, but you cannot count the noun sand.
Okay.
Understand? So if the noun is countable, it's R.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is sand.
There is sand.
There is sugar.
There is sugar.
There is milk.
There is milk.
There are apple.
There are apples. What about bread?
It depends.
Now, what does it depend on?
If you see like breads, like in Ecuador,
Okay. If you see cinco cachitos, for example.
exactly. There are bread, I think. So. But if you see one big bread, there is.
That's also a tricky one. That's also a tricky one. Do you want to hear the answer? But
Of course.
did you understand star and suns?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
understood.
Okay, and you understood people and person, right? People and people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can debate with your brothers. Now let's go to bread. If you see 5 cachitos, yeah, well, you can say 5 cachitos, but you don't say 5 breads because the word bread refers to the mass. So how do you say? The same as sand. You can count sand in grains. you can count bread in loaves. Okay,
Okay. So there is bread.
there you go. Five. There is bread, or there are 5 loaves of bread.
Okay.
Yeah,
How are the pieces, slides?
pieces, slices, whatever. Yeah, you can use something to count it. Like loaves is like the cachito example, but if you want to say slice, well, you can say slices, or pieces if you want to say pieces.
Loaves,
Yeah,
loaves, loaves,
loaves,
loaves.
loaves. Yeah, it's the plural form of loaf with an F.
Okay, loaves of bread.
You see, a loaf. Okay,
So there is 5 loaves of
there,
bread.
there are five
Oh,
loaves.
there are. That are countable.
Yeah, loaves is
Is
countable. Ah,
uncountable.
is uncountable. Yeah. Why? It's because, well, there are you can make the noun plural. That's another way you can see it. If it's able to pluralize the noun, you can put are. But if you cannot pluralize the noun, you will put is, or uncountable, or countable. Okay.
Okay.
So lesson of the day: stars, people, and bread. Watch out with those three, and homework. Watch out with the four. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, these things.
There is homework.
There is homework. There is homework you have to do.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
There
So
is sugar, there is rice, there is I don't know. Okay.
yeah. Okay. So let me know the next class how the debate was. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go back to negotiation. How did we get to the reason there are?
How do you what?
How did we get to this conversation? Where did we finish speaking about negotiation?
Oh, that I
About
talk with one company here, and they are kind of directly to the business.
Okay, yeah. They directly go to the business, and you said you had like 6 or 7 companies you're speaking to from time to time, right? And it's very informal. Okay, so let's talk about that first negotiation. You were nervous. You said, Can you walk me through what exactly happened, and how did you feel with the negotiation? Do you feel you won that negotiation? You lost? Are you happy with it? Do you think you can improve that negotiation, or it could have been better or worse? What do you think?
Normal, I think I won because I got the distribution, so I think I got.
So you got the distribution, yeah. Do you think you can improve that negotiation?
No, I don't think so because I was looking just for selling their products. They have like standard prices, so I can get better prices or kind of that. I can't
Okay,
because it's kind of standard price for
for
each.
everyone.
Yeah. Um, but sometimes it's kind of like one like get a discount,
Hmm.
but it's kind of I prefer not like because American people used to ask for a discount too
Uh-huh.
in America. Yeah,
Hmm.
at least in America. But sometimes it's kind of just I pay. I don't ask for discount.
Okay. So you got the deal. That's great. That's very great. You got the deal. But you haven't negotiated since you started, I guess, with the same companies.
I asked some times for discount,
Hmm.
and they told me no. So I stopped asking.
Just a question: did you offer something in exchange of that discount? Did you say maybe I can do this or that, or did you just
No,
ask for the discount
I
directly?
just asked for discount. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I think maybe you should. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna spoil you yet from the video. I think this video will actually be very interesting for you because you're in this area, and that's why I wanted to talk about this. This guy, I forgot. I always forget his name. His name is Nash, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I learning. Ah, okay. Anyway, okay. So this sir right here, he basically coaches CEOs like you in for negotiation, and he has a very interesting perspective in one of the things you have to know from negotiation because there are many things. It's a huge topic and stuff.
I remember something.
What do you remember?
Um, One time I asked for a sponsor
Mm-hmm.
for one skater the of skater of the year,
Uh-huh. Uh,
and they give me support. They give me
oh,
sponsor. Yes,
ah,
they
they
give.
did.
Yeah, and I told them
Oh.
if you wanna sponsor this event that is the best in the year in Ecuador, we can show your brand in each ad and kind of the videos. And they don't ask nothing. They say, okay, uh, what do you need? And just I say, uh, something for a year for one skater. And they told me, okay, yeah.
Okay. And that's Luis Villa. What's his name?
No, that one was Sandoval, Robert.
Sandoval.
Yeah.
Okay, and his sponsor finished, right? I mean,
Was
he
not a sponsor. They did products.
oh
Yeah.
products for a year.
Yeah. It was not for a year, but they give me kind of three skateboards, kind of two
Okay,
wheels. Yeah.
okay, okay. Sounds great. Sounds great. Anyway, I hope after this video you can I don't know. You have a way to negotiate there and get some kind of benefits maybe in the future. uh, Before going to spoilers and stuff, I'm gonna play the video. We're gonna watch it. You're gonna understand. He's going to mention an example, and he's gonna give some stories to back up his example, and then we're gonna discuss about it. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
So paper, pen.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna open the video, and since we are not the owner of the video, I have to pause it because I don't have the rights to show it in my channel. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, let me just put the headphones on. I saw you're very like this.
What did you understood? Did you understand,
Second, I'm just.
Saleh?
Did I understand? I saw that video a couple months ago, and I was like, yeah, I did understand. Very interesting, right, Andres?
I think so.
Yeah. So let's discuss about it. Um,
He talked about one person first. Like
mhm.
He was president, I think so. Not sure.
President Roosevelt. Well, at the time of the story, he wasn't still president. He was ready to go into the campaign.
Yeah, and he said he talked almost about all the videos about the power negotiation.
Okay.
Um, he said that everyone has a power.
Mm-hmm.
Each person has a power, and and but he said something like sometimes there are people that there are people, yes, there are people that they kind of knowledge makes power, like kind of that.
Okay.
uh, in a different perception of power, but at the end he said there is no power.
Okay.
There is perception of power.
Okay. So there's not such thing as power. There's just perception.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
uh, he gave one example, kind of what I understood is he doesn't say this, but it's kind of this is you get into a meeting negotiation
Uh-huh.
and you are like kind of shy, kind of, and your attitude is kind of you looks one to the another person with power,
Okay.
but before the interview or the meeting you have to think what is the worst thing that can happen.
Okay.
This person is not like kill you or something like that.
Yeah.
Just you have to think about that to lose, I think so, the, the moment, the scare moment or kind of that.
Okay. There's fear. Fear is the word.
Yeah. And because power is just a perception.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You got the idea very well. That's great. And that's the skill I wanna hear for paraphrasing questions in TOEFL tests. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Now let's go to the details. Before I go into the questions, let's go to the details. He mentioned three stories, right? Three or four stories. President Roosevelt, well, a former President Roosevelt, Giovanni, who's a pizza maker. He has a pizza place. Mario, the son of Giovanni, a lieutenant, a soldier who was in a cell, and a senator who was going to be robbed. Right.
Yeah.
So from those five stories, which one was the most interesting for you, and why?
The most interesting is that he said something like he got into and he was smashed, I think so.
He smashed his face.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that one because it's kind of he was. I think is why I said he was very like nervous, kind of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to think about what is the worst thing that can happen. Can yeah, and yeah, that one is the best example for me. I think so.
Yeah, I am very impressed of that one too, because it's like that moment. Imagine you're in a cell, you're a prisoner, a war prisoner. Like, what power do you have, or what power you don't, what you think you don't have? And even there, you can uh,
What is Smash?
smash. Smash is like, let me just take something.
Because I'm figuring out, but I don't know exactly.
So smash is like hit, but like with a lot of strength. Like you smashed it to his face, like yeah, because he was going to make some they were going to make some propaganda against his country.
Okay.
So he said, "Okay, I'm not going to appear in the propaganda. Why? I don't want to be. I don't want to be the image of something. Or of propaganda is like bad messaging of your country, like, you know." So he was like, I'm not going to do that. So he just smashed his face, and his face was bloody and horrible. So they didn't take him for the
So he
propaganda.
hit his face, kind of that.
Yeah, he broke something on his face. I don't know, with a computer, with anything. I know there were no computers in that
Okay, that example is kind of like what?
time. Yeah. I liked the senator example, the one with the gun. Do you remember?
No,
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 that the a guy with a gun wanted to rob him, and he was like, "Give me your watch."
I didn't listen that part.
Didn't listen to that part. That one is really interesting. Really, I think that
I
was
don't know
was
if
the
I
most.
was flying like human being.
Let's listen again only to that little part, okay?
Okay,
Because I want you to understand that one, that I find quite interesting too. I'm just gonna pause because I'm not the owner of the video. So okay, so now he's gonna speak about the international uh, object that shows power, a gun. Okay, so
okay.
it's a story about a gun, a robber, and a person. That person becomes to be a senator. So here we go. Wearing a nice watch, and somebody came with the international, just walked off. Okay,
Interesting.
let me just. Okay, I am back with my headphones on. So, what did you understand?
Okay, in summary, everything I understood. Like one person was walking,
Uh huh.
and there was a robber with a gun. He showed the words or the power symbol that is a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Power, power,
Powerful.
power.
Yeah.
And he said just he has like a really nice watch, and he said, "Give me your watch." And that person answered like, "Oh wow, wow, nice presentation, like, really good. But do you know what? I have cancer, or something, or
Uh
my
huh.
wife is
Terminal cancer.
terminal cancer. My wife is something I don't remember. And if you kill me, it's like kind of a favor,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get after I die, you can get my watch and go away. But and the robber was like kind of thinking, and he go away. The person like he
Left.
he left. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly that. And what relation do you see there with the power that he mentions in negotiation?
Um, I think the person shows him that he's not scared, like kind of that is
Hmm.
kind of, he doesn't show fear.
Fear.
Yeah, and
And
yeah, he didn't show fear.
yeah.
He's past. Okay. Um, and he is kind of trying to show perception of power. Like I have more power because, anyways, I I'm gonna die. Kind of that. Just kill me. And was not scared or yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely switched. He changed the perception of power, even if the robber had more power because of the gun. Well,
Yeah.
he changed that perception. He
Yes.
he also found something to negotiate with. Yeah, he also found something to negotiate with. Yeah, because you do have to give something in exchange. Like you have to say, I have something that you might want, need, or don't want or need.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting, right? Very, very interesting. Oh, just by the way, I'm going to go out. I'm going out of the topic real fast. Interesting. 3 syllables.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, great. So there are so many things here, and this is just the tip of the iceberg in negotiation. I think they know that there is a lot behind negotiating. I'm definitely not mastering this. I would like to learn about this. Hell yeah, I do. But I'm so impressed. Like with one little tool, you can may do so much. Anyway, uh, just to finish up the stories, let's finish up with the summary of what happened to Roosevelt. What was the main problem, and what was the solution he gave or had?
Hmm. He didn't mention about the solution, but I can give you my thinking that it's kind of power is in your mind, just is
Mm-hmm.
a perception, just is a perception, and you don't have a motive to be scared or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just is it is into yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and and if you wanna have a good like negotiation, you have to be controlled. I think so. Control the thing about give the perception of you have the power, that you have the power.
Okay. Um, Now, there is something because they did mention how the story began and how the story ended. But before that, I just remembered a situation where maybe you have felt all these nerves and powerless and fear and stuff. But at the moment, you were like, wait, it's just perception and I can actually do it. Do you want me to remind you that moment?
Yes.
Sneakers, cohete, you versus cohete.
Oh,
Okay, I want you to think about what happened before the contest and what happened after the contest. Okay, how did you feel before the contest and how did you feel during and after the
well,
contest?
the best example is when I get graduated
Okay,
from my university. Yeah,
why?
because I was very scared
Of what?
defending my kind of thesis, my project.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was very nervous.
And where in what moment did you feel that you actually have you are the one who has power
Like
there?
before the defense.
Oh, before the defense you were like, wait, I know what I'm doing, and you just went inside and defended it.
No, like one day, no, 1 hour before I said like kind of I know my topic and I have to defend what I know. Like calm down.
Yeah.
Uh, Even maybe I know more than them because this is my topic that I have. And maybe if just I made like something that I know, like I can talk about just defending,
Hmm.
and they don't know.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
just I
mhm.
was studying all the I don't know 2 weeks, all those weeks, and they just know the moment that moment they know my topic. So they have a lot of topics to be into. So they don't know like too too much. Like they are not too like inside the topic.
Uh-huh.
Just they
Into.
they have an idea.
Uh-huh. They're not too much into the topic.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I said so I have to show like I'm sure what I say. Like I have the control.
Great. And you just gave a very, very good example. When we have to defend our theses in, in universities, yeah, that moment before, it's like we're always so scared. And we are like, oh, my teacher, he was my teacher in that level and he must know more than me. But maybe he does. But you did the topic, you were working there like for months, you had the idea, you did everything. And yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah, and I said I have the control. It's kind of I know my topic, and I think that is the best secret to defend one thesis or project or whatever. Like really important
Mm-hmm.
is to think about that. Show that you are sure with your answers, that you have the knowledge, and that's it. Even if you maybe are wrong, if you show like the control in that you are really sure with what you are saying,
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe they doubt like maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, because they just have one idea of the topic, they are not sure. So
Yeah.
but if they look at you like kind of with doubts, with in like not sure maybe, or you question them, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of you are not like you don't have too many knowledge about the
Too
topic,
much.
and they
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and they are gonna like ask you. But if they see you like very sure,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it is gonna be easier. It's not easier, but you have the control.
Okay, okay, very good. That was great.
Don't forget.
Oh my gosh, really? Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my gosh. I was oh gosh. Thank you for telling me that. I have to do something now. Okay, great. Hopefully she doesn't see this video and she's gonna be like, yeah, I remember you about
Oh.
myself. Anyway, there's a little part you mentioned in the thesis story, and you said maybe if you start questioning them, what's the difference when you say when you question them on or when you ask them?
Like when I said like sometimes that happened with you. Like I'm not sure, and I say something with a question. Like like it's kind of the sound. It's kind of just easy. How many people? How many people is there?
Okay.
Or how many people is there, right?
Uh-huh. How many people
And
are there?
and
Uh-huh.
I answer like, uh, there are five people, like five people, like I'm questioning you. I
That's
don't say like there are five people. It's different.
yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Are there
So
really five people, or is that right?
yeah, so I question you, and you see that I'm not sure. But if I answer like kind of maybe there are six, but if I say like there are there are five, and they don't count,
Okay.
just they think there are five because you are sure.
Okay. Great example. So, uh,
And
actually,
you know how I learned this
how
because I get failed my first defense.
you got what?
Fail.
You failed.
Yes.
Oh wow. So you accomplished in the second one.
Yes. Second try.
Second try. Oh wow. What happened in the first one?
I was really scared, like questioning to the teachers, like kind of that. Like I showed, I did, I did show, I did show me. I don't know.
I showed.
I showed like I was like I didn't know too many my topic,
Too much
so
about my topic.
yeah, I didn't know too much about my topic. So
Mhm.
they said, I don't know what happened, Andres. You're a good student, but you are too nervous. You don't have to be nervous. You are here to let know us,
Let us know.
let us know about your topic. We are not here to show you what is your topic.
Wow.
So I'm sorry, but you failed this time. You have to try. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh wow. I mean,
And
uh-huh.
I learned the last like the last defense was like, or the last week I learned a lot that it helped me, I think, in my life. Kind of I learned that to be sure, defending what you think, because you know
Hmm.
nobody like they have an idea, but it's kind of you are becoming a professional.
Hmm.
One professional don't have doubts.
Doesn't. The professional doesn't have doubts.
Yeah, doesn't have doubts.
Hmm.
So, and is what I question in my mind after the before before the defense was, I'm gonna be a professional, so I have to defend like what I know.
Wow. You just got me nervous now because I have a defense in 2 months, and I'm thinking now, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in that defense. And I mean, it's like these teachers I have now are like other level, like before it was, I don't know. Now I'm nervous, but with what you say, you are very right. But do you see the relation with power, and do you think that defense is like something like a negotiation?
Yeah, you're negotiating uh,
Negotiating.
your title.
Yeah, you are. And
If you know, you have a title. If you don't know, you don't have a title.
yeah, and not just if you know, if you actually can defend and you show you are powerful.
Exactly. You have the power. Like
Yeah,
it's perception.
just like that, just like we saw in the video and in the examples. Yeah, you see how
Yeah.
you just mentioned the exact the exact and great example of how the teachers who you think have the power don't actually have them. It's you, and you have to show that there.
Yeah, it's kind of saying like yesterday was raining. But if you question like, was raining yesterday? It's kind of no. Yesterday was raining. And
Yes,
maybe
sir.
oh really? Oh really? Yesterday was raining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I yeah, but just before I go away too much about from the topic, because I don't want to lose this one. Ask and question. I'm gonna try to explain ask and question. Okay. Asking is like actually you can ask anything. You can ask. You can even ask, are there really five people? But questioning is like asking in order to make the other person doubt his answer. So,
Yeah.
for example, if I say, because when you have the power, you can question your teachers. For example, you in your defense, you say, this topic I'm talking to you about, um, it is possible to do. And one of the teachers say, but you don't have enough money to do it. You cannot get enough money to do it. And you can question them by saying, but don't you think that uh, maybe banks, with the percentage the banks give you the loans, we can make this happen? So
Yeah, but they there is like knowledge makes power, like kind of that. If you don't know about that topic, if you don't prepare like kind of like one, because always when you are defending or you are like getting ready to a negotiation,
for a
you
negotiation.
think yeah, for a negotiation you think about ways like bank, how much is the percent, maybe
Mhm.
they know about it, and you have to you should like have a really good idea to defend it. If you sometimes there are people that they don't know about like something that
Mhm.
just like they are lying or kind of that, and
Oh.
for bad luck of you, your teacher knows about this percentage. For example, you say banks can borrow you to 3% of interest,
Uh-huh.
and the, what is that bank? Because this bank and this has like 10%,
Yeah.
and so
Damn, bro.
it's the point that knowledge makes power. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the difference. And that's a huge thing you just mentioned, because probably you are very good at negotiating, but if you don't have knowledge, you can end up trying to negotiate with someone that actually knows more than you.
Yeah.
Now,
And
going.
that happened a lot. Is kind
Uh-huh.
of, I think that happened with the trade of from Peru and Ecuador.
Okay.
They try to negotiate the what's the name? Frontera.
The border line.
There. The border. They try to negotiate on the border, like who got more and who get less. Peru has like good negotiator, like because I read I think so about
Uh-huh.
this, like Ecuador was winning the war,
We had everything. Like, oh my god.
but
Yeah.
at the moment they lose when they negotiate. Be-
Imagine.
I think because uh, we don't have like a good person to negotiate.
Imagine that. You
Yeah,
can win a war, and
yeah,
lose a negotiation.
yeah.
And that's such an example. Like, just thinking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you should have good knowledge about what you want.
So there. That means he didn't just speak about power. He actually mentioned something also very, very important, and it's knowledge.
Yeah.
Can you think of any example in your life when someone with good negotiation power, like negotiation techniques, has tried to sell you something or to get something from you, but you were like, wait, this guy is lying? Has this ever happened to you?
Mm, yeah. It's not too big the example,
Hmm.
but sometimes somebody wants me to sell uh CBH, the the oil,
Oh, okay.
for selling in my skate shop. And he told me you can sell this product, uh, you can sell this product and you are gonna have a lot of clients and you are gonna make a lot of money from this because uh, a lot of people wants a lot of people want this product and sounds good, right?
Yeah, yeah. Sounds too good to be true, right?
Yeah. And I say, okay, we have a meeting. And I asked him because in those days my my grandfather was received was, I don't know, what the doctor uh, recetó, I don't know what's the name,
Gave a recipe.
recipe.
Recipe is like the.
Yeah, recipe. But
Wait. Recipe is the food.
when you give the indications to consume something, like
Okay, yeah, I got you.
what's the name?
Uh,
There is,
I will have to check that one out. Oh my gosh, I just had it in my.
I have two, but I don't remember.
Medical
Medical.
I'm gonna put recipe, recipe. Is it medical recipe? I'm not quite sure. I'm doubting. I'm questioning myself now.
It's kind of indications, like kind of with that. With,
Yeah, recipes, receipt, receipt. Prescription. Oh my
Prescription.
god.
Exactly. Prescription.
Okay. Oh, I just how can I forget that? Okay.
So the doctor gives the prescription to my grandfather, and in the prescription was CBH, oil from oil,
Uh huh.
cannabis.
Uh huh.
And I was a little like my grandfather got like better, like I I saw him like getting like better because he increased their like with he started like eating more,
Uh huh.
sleeping better,
Yeah.
and like calm down, relax, like better. Like he was getting better about that. So I took interest about it, about selling, but first what I think is it's legal or it's not legal. It
Uh
was
huh. Big question.
my question, and I started to searching.
Search.
So yeah, it was not legal if it wasn't, and maybe I have problems because it's a one skate shop, right? It's kind of selling something illegal. Um, he told me that I'm gonna have a lot of benefits, like, but he doesn't. He tries to make a good business, but a lot of people told me that I'm really good for making business.
Okay.
Yeah, Renato, he told me like you're a tiger for a business, kind of that.
You Shark Tank.
And, and I don't know why they say that, but okay. And it's kind of like get information. I read and about what can I do, kind of that, and then. But anyways, and I asked him, okay, what's the price? Okay, and he told me you have to buy uh you have to buy like 20 bottles or kind of that. If you buy that kind of, and I said, buying? I'm not gonna buy it, told him. You can live on my skate shop, in my skate shop.
You can leave it in my SketchUp. Okay.
You, yeah, you can live it in my skate shop. And if I sell, I'm gonna give you your money and I got a commission, kind of that. And he told me, oh, we don't work like that. I have to sell you. Oh, you have to say that at the first moment. I said because I'm not gonna buy in something. I'm not going to put my money in something that is not legal. So he stand up and he said thank you and he go away.
Oh wow. Good thing you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Good thing. Actually, good thing. Wait, I'm gonna go off the record right here because I have a question, very personal one. Okay. When I heard the story you just mentioned, I kind of remember these pyramids because in pyramids, like I don't want to say the names. I almost say the name, said the name, but in these pyramids, they want to sell something to you, and they tell you you're gonna do this and that and that and that, and they look so powerful that many people end up buying.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Mm, I think a lot of people get into it because they have one really close friend that he won, or they have parent, a family. They want one of his family that they won, and they get into it.
Okay.
It's kind of if you have a cousin and he won. Oh, maybe this pyramid is real.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try,
Yeah.
right? So I think is that because I hear that there is some one pyramid that my mom told me that it's kind of a circle that
Okay.
you have to give money, and one day is your turn to get money. One day you are gonna win. One day,
Okay.
but there is a lot of people in this kind of circle. It's kind of saving money from everybody, and one day it is gonna be your turn, and you are gonna have. But you don't know when is your turn. Maybe it's in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
And how much money do you put and how much money do you get? Do you think?
I
Like,
don't know. Maybe it's kind of saving, but
mhm.
sometimes the majority they just disappear and you don't have money.
Yeah, I mean that's there we go to another concept of how much you risk and how much you actually get. So I think
I think
probably,
it's better like saving your money each month for years, and that's it. And then you have money.
yeah,
But
but
the point of them is that they put money from like I don't know, 20 people,
mhm,
20 persons, or
20
20,
people.
20 people,
Mhm.
and they is like they keep they save more money. Yeah, at
Yeah.
the time, like same time, they save more.
But isn't it safer to put it in like an investment bank? I think it's called investment bank.
Mm,
No, you put
maybe
400 every month.
I prefer like winning less, but you are sure that you are gonna win some
Mhm.
money, but that like one day you are gonna have $1 million. Never that day never came. Like, I prefer like $10 than thinking about 1 million that never I have it.
Okay, okay, and that's a very interesting concept. Risk benefit was the name, um, and because there's no right answer. Sometimes one thing will work, sometimes the other won't, and sometimes both won't, or sometimes both will. So I mean, there's not a perfect recipe. There's not like this recipe for you to never to win 100% of the time. You will always put something in risk, and probably you will lose something, or earn something, or win something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, okay. That's really interesting. We just went too much out of the topic. Let's get back. Let's get back to the question I made. Roosevelt. Roosevelt and Monet Studios, Chicago. How did it start? How did the problem start? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
No. The problem is mentioned in the first minute and 50 seconds. So we're going to just watch the two first minutes.
Okay.
You're going to explain, and then we're going to see the two last minutes, and we're going to see the conclusion, and what we can get out of it. What can we get out of it? What we can get out of it. Okay. Let me just, okay. So here we go. Let me just pause. Okay. So what was the
So
problem?
I didn't understand like well.
Hmm.
Kind of he wanted to be related for president.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. What did he have to do to become?
But he has like to make the campaign. I think so. He has to go to different countries. He's gonna be like busy because they have to go to many cities,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. I
Yeah.
don't.
How many? He had to go to many cities, yes, and he had to print a lot of brochures, like
Yeah.
with his face and stuff.
Yes.
How many did you have to print? Do you remember?
300. I think so. Three
Three
that I don't
million. 3 million.
know.
He had
But
to print.
something with three.
Yeah. So he had to print 3 million of these. And what was the problem with the picture of his face? Was he the owner of that picture or no?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me see if it appears.
Because I don't hear like too well. It's kind of
Okay.
lower. I don't know.
Okay. So I'm gonna
It's
explain.
why I put like oh
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. I'll bring the loudspeaker for the next one. I'm gonna tell you real fast. So when he wanted to print the brochures or the papers, he had to put the picture. Okay, he had to put his picture, his face. But that picture had a little problem. The letters on the lower right part, it didn't. It said Monet Studio Chicago. A little studio in Chicago who took the picture was the owner of that photo. Not Roosevelt, but Monet.
okay.
Okay, so who had the power there? Who actually had the power?
The studio.
The studio, right? Because they were the owner of
They
this.
have the rights.
They owned the rights. Very good. So Roosevelt had some options. From that options, one was, well, paying a fine. What's a fine? You know what a fine is, right?
No.
No,
Fine.
a fine. Paying a fine. So his option was to probably, okay, print the pictures without the name, and then give Mr. Monet a fine for printing the pictures without his name of $3 million.
Okay.
Yeah, that was option one. But there was going to be a big, there was going to be how you say this, scandal. There was going to be a scandal if he did that. And option B was probably to, or what other options do you think there were?
Really talk with them and to have one
Agreement.
agreement agreement.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Exactly. That's what they did. And what do you think happened in that agreement?
Mm,
If you were President Roosevelt,
they have one agreement. I think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just how much do you think Roosevelt paid? I mean, the worst thing that he could have paid was 3 million with a fine and a scandal. So
Mm, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, but what do you think would be a good deal?
$100,000
A
kind
hundred
of.
thousand dollars, yeah. So sounds like a good deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the studio happy, they happy. I mean, from 3 million and a scandal from 100,000, that sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happened at the end. I'm gonna pause the recording because we don't own the video again, and let's see. But what happened?
He he talked with them
Hmm.
and he said that he needs like one picture and he has just 8 hours. He's available just 8 hours.
Hmm.
and they told him, "We have never done this kind of job,
Mm-hmm.
but how much is it?" And he to how many? How much you said? 200,
$150.
$150, and he said something that I don't understood.
Actually, it was the other way around. I'm gonna repeat the story one more time, okay? So, Roosevelt, he said, "Wait, Monet doesn't have power. I got the power. I'm former president of the United States of America."
Yeah,
So the president, imagine you getting a letter from the president saying, we in 8 hours we are going to start the campaign, we're going to travel, and we are looking for a great photo, and
yeah.
we found yours. I'm sending this telegram to ask you a question. How much do you want to pay us to use your photograph? It will be great advertising for your company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Monet
They said 250.
Monet answered back with, "Okay, okay," almost immediately. I will give you 250. Sounds good.
Yeah, because I'm the famous person.
Yeah, but how much if you were Monet and you had the knowledge of that Roosevelt wanted your picture, how much would you have said would would you have said if you had the knowledge?
You remind me one story about how works um, promoters, like promoters.
A promoter, okay.
Yeah, they were like that. One day went to my skate shop, two promoters.
Okay.
They asked me for products,
Okay.
and I said, and he told me, "Can I would like I would like to buy I would like to buy products. I'm gonna start skating, and we can make some trade. Uh, w- we never have like." And I said, "Okay, just go and you can see if you like something or kind of that." And he told me, "Okay," and he told me we can negotiate. We
Negotiate.
don't, yeah, we don't have n- nothing like we didn't make a agreement or kind of that. No, they went was two people,
Uh-huh.
and they started like getting like the best um the best skateboards
Mhm.
like 200, both promoters, and but the total amount was almost 600. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
They got like hoodie broken bones, cap broken bones,
Everything.
graphic grip, everything the best. And I received a message saying, "Hey, I'm in your skate shop and I already got two skateboards, and we can promote your brand if you give us those skateboards free." They don't say free, but if you give us those skateboards, I can promote because I'm kind of very famous on Instagram and kind of
Uh-huh.
that.
Man, I think I know what your answer was, but what was your answer?
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a big brand like Nike or Adidas. I prefer sponsoring to one skater, not a promoter. I'm sorry."
But it was because you had the knowledge, because
Yeah.
you are a skater. But
Yeah.
what if you weren't a skater? And
And maybe I said yes, of course, because I want to show my business to like kind of everybody. They write something like we have like 20K followers and we are gonna make like we are we are going to let to to show your business
uh-huh.
to many people and it is gonna be knowing for a lot of people. And I said my business has like 8 years and people already knows about my business.
In your segment.
Maybe you don't know because you are not a skater.
Mm-hmm.
But the skaters, this is the best skate shop in Ecuador and everybody knows about it. And on the other hand, I have five skaters and I'm not planning to get one more, but in case I'm gonna get one more, in the case that I'm gonna get one more, um, I prefer skaters because somebody with talent needs a sponsor, needs to be help with help to get better with his skateboarding. So I'm not Nike or Adidas or what that kind of brand that they are looking for somebody famous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
They-
mhm.
And was my friend in this case of like selling when they read my message, they said, "No way." Oh,
It's really happening.
wow. And I said, just I can give you a really small discount because my prices are with discount included. But I'm gonna give you one small discount if you want. If you don't want, the skateboard was like already ready to skate. Like
Really? Gosh.
yes. And when the skateboard was ready,
He said that.
he said that.
Oh
And
my
I,
gosh.
and I said, no, no way. And I don't care if they are like fix it is the word like
Uh, well, yeah, set up. They're set up.
I don't care if the skateboards are set up, but you can let if you don't want. I don't care. And finally they bought it.
Oh wow. Okay. Good thing they bought it. Good thing they bought it. But that's I have some really interesting conclusions. And this was like a great talk, even better than just the TED talk. And we can see the relation with knowledge and power. Not only know, if you have these two things, you can get nice deals. But if you don't have one or the other,
Yeah, it's what I talked with Carlos, I think so, and I said if somebody doesn't know, like I don't know, somebody just they are selling skateboards and they don't know about skaters and nothing just they want to sell, of course they are going to give them a sponsor like because they want to be like kind of famous
mhm,
and they take a
advantage.
advantage of this I think of knowledge of people, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. So just to wrap up and end up this great, what do we call this? Guayasamin Institute talk. What if you could give a message out there, I don't know, to the people? What would you say? What did you learn, and what can people apply in the day by day? Or how can you apply this in the day by day lives?
Mm, how? I don't know.
The knowledge we just got here of the relation with knowledge and power and negotiation. Uh, what message could you give to the people out there?
The best that I can say is that you first have to, if you wanna make a like agreement or negotiation, you have to investigate about it to get knowledge about the topic. What are you what you are going to negotiate? You have to research and you have to talk with somebody and to get knowledge, and then you have an idea to make the negotiation,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you're gonna make a good decision or kind of that. Yeah. But
Okay, yeah.
if you don't have knowledge or kind of that, I think they can talk whatever and you are gonna say yes, yes, yes. So you don't know what kind of business you are making.
Yeah, yeah. No, knowledge is power. There you go. Knowledge is power. And you mentioned something interesting. You don't just have to search, but you have to research about it. So that's great. So
Yep.
Andres, congratulations. Your speaking is so good. I mean, it's just like speaking in class, like I don't know, negotiation class. So yeah, your speaking is really really good. I want to congratulate you for that.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
you were speaking a lot.
Yeah. Because they are like really good topics. Like I like it.
That's great. I'm glad. And there are some readings that have to do with it. And nonviolent communication is just one. There are like 4 or 5 topics and a couple lectures about it. So yeah, I'm going to send you a PDF file. It's about the responding paraphrase questions. This
Okay.
one is going to help you up, especially to answer that type of question you had problems with. But other than that, I see your speaking is really good, and congratulations, Mr. Andres.
And I think it's because I have experience with some crazy negotiations.
Yeah, and that was the 5% I was talking to you about the other day. If you know about the topic and you can make a relation or a connection or link something, it's easier for you to understand a topic way more. And that's why
Yeah.
you have to know a little bit about each topic. So when you will give that test, you will say, oh, yeah, I remember the walk-in marriage, or yeah, male biological clocks. I know what a biological clock is. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Andres, be good.
Okay.
And don't forget the countable and uncountable nouns. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So check your WhatsApp.
See you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Yeah.